If your brain feels cooked in 2026, it's not your fault. The way we live these days is breaking your attention, and you can restore that with just a few uncomfortable habits. So, I'll be going over three particular things that you can do starting today. And I have tried all of these myself, and I can guarantee you that it works. But before that, just understand that having a low attention span is probably the biggest restriction or probably the biggest crutch that you can have when we're talking about growth, because to grow at anything or to consume knowledge, you need to be able to like consume information with very low stimulation, like to take courses, to take like to read books, to listen to podcasts. All of these things are very low stimulation. Like, yes, you can watch them at clips, but it's just not, you won't be able to remember any of that. So to remember anything, to retain information, you need to consume it with low stimulation, and then you can actually make progress. So the first thing that we'll get into is just turning on the black and white filter on your phone. In iPhone, you can go into the color filter section and use the black one, and you can just find that for your phone. It's very easy these days to find that option, and just have it on 24/7. Like for some phones, it is under the section of bedtime mode, but for most of us, like we don't really need to use our phone for color. Like if you're a photographer, like yes, if you're a video editor, yes, we need to use our phone for with colors. But if you are a daily user who just uses his phone for like TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp, you don't need to use or see all of the colors, because this is the number one step you can like essentially do to stop yourself from being addicted to your phone or being addicted to doom scrolling. Because as soon as you hit that like black and white, everything becomes like way less stimulating, and I think that's really helpful. Because essentially I thought that I would just ask you guys to just delete the entire app, but it is a lot for most of you. So I think the first step is just to turn on that black and white filter 24/7, and you'll be good to go. So the next thing that we want to focus on is actually not using your phone while eating. And I know this is like probably the hardest thing that from this list, but I think it's worth it, because whenever you're eating something really tasty, I think a lot of the taste is just you just don't enjoy the food as much when you're watching something with it. So I'm not saying that you should do that with snacks as well. Like when obviously when you're watching something, you want to have something to snack on. That's fine. But when you're having a proper meal of your day, I think it's just better to not have any screen near you and just like savor every taste, every bite of that meal. And I think it will be like really good for your mindfulness and for your attention span. So the last thing that I want you guys to do is just not take your phone to the bathroom. Even when you're shitting, even when you're having a shower, doesn't matter, just don't take your phone to the washroom. So I personally never took my phone to the washroom, but the thing is like when I was chatting with someone and then I had to like go to the washroom, and it was just like an awkward 10 to 15 minute pause. So that's how I got into this habit, but I'm also trying to get rid of it now. But the thing is like when I did not used to do it, I was like way more mindful than I am right now. But these days, like trying to go on social media, so it kind of is relevant for me. Like if I'm uploading a video, I need to make sure things are there. So for those reasons, like I kind of need to take that. But for most of you who don't have a business related to their phone, just don't take your phone, and just try overall in your day as well to spend as much time without your phone or without your music or any kind of stimulation than you possibly can. And just incorporate more podcasts into your routine as well, because podcasting, I think it is a very nice like form of, it can be entertainment as well. Like if you're, some people think that podcast is just for self-improvement or anything like that. No, there are podcasts about comedians and those are like hilarious. So podcast is just a form of like medium. It can be entertainment value or anything like that, but I think it's just way better than short form content or anything extremely stimulating. So try out these things and let me know how they work out for you.